Hi.
Hi, how you doing, Kathleen? You
Good.
okay?
You feeling better?
Yeah. Much better. All good, pretty much.
Oh, that's good. 'Cause you leave
Yeah,
soon, don't you?
yeah. We leave on Wednesday afternoon.
Wow. Well, have
Yeah,
fun. I wish I was going, but can't go.
yeah. We we wish you were. You were fun.
Oh,
So was
thanks. Well, so
Jack.
are
Jack
you.
Jack was a lot of fun to have there. Did a great job.
Well, maybe another time, but
Next time, yeah, maybe we'll
yeah.
see.
Hey, I worked on my own paintings, and when you get time, sometime can you give me a little advice on it? I'm
Sure, just
trying
send it
to
to me.
come up with some stuff so I can enter, stuff, but
Yeah,
can't use our class things. So
yeah,
anyway,
yeah. I understand that. Yeah, sure. Send me some stuff.
just send you the pictures.
Yeah, send me the pictures, and probably you might, if you want to send me your painting, your pictures, or whatever, both, and that way I can get a good feel of what you were looking at and help out. I can
I
help you out a little bit
appreciate
more
it.
that way.
I know you're
So,
busy right now, but
yeah.
okay.
Well,
Well, thanks.
let me know when you need it.
Okay.
So,
Well, I started it today, but I got quite a ways. So anyway,
okay.
hopefully I won't poop out tonight.
All right. Let's get my other phone ready, and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I gotta find my stuff.
Okay.
Jim,
Yeah.
is um is there anything planned for meeting up on Thursday, Friday? Well, I'm only getting there Friday.
You're coming in on Friday? Yeah, I'll be in on Thursday.
Right.
Uh, plans are just meet at the hotel and then work it out. Some people are coming in early on Thursday, on Friday, and then some people are coming in at like pretty late or 5 o'clock ish.
That's me,
But
5 o'clock-ish.
okay, yeah, see those people. We have to wait around for all day for them.
I
No,
know.
yeah, we're just gonna play by ear. There is a hop on hop off bus we were thinking about taking. It's only a couple bucks, so it would kind of take us around a little bit, give us some gist of the area, and then
Saturday we're gonna do some shopping. Is that the idea for paint supplies?
yeah, paint supplies you might need. It looks like I'm out of that canvases, so I got to go buy some canvases anyway now. So, but the place we're going and stuff, they have a lot of stuff too. So if we
Okay.
miss anything, we'll have it. It's no big deal. I just want to go to the art supply store there.
I just think it'd be fun to go and see what kind of stuff they've got, see what's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Hey Jim, if you see an architect ruler there, can you let me know? I lost it was my dad's, and I
oh
was stupid
no.
and took it. And then when I got home, I realized it was gone. And it's the only thing I have that was his. And so I was
Oh,
kind of bummed out.
okay. Yeah, I'll take a look.
It's
Those are like those triangle ones, right?
Yeah, it's a triangle one, and it's old, but
Okay. Is it wood or
yeah, it's
anything?
wood. And
Okay. If it's there, I'll steal it for you.
all
Steal it
right,
back.
thanks. Yeah, I sent Terry a note about it, but he said he would look around, and I never heard anything. So it's probably not there, but I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah,
So
I am still. Yeah.
I should have never brought it. I don't know. I was just stupid, but oh well.
It happens.
Yeah.
you know, when you're traveling like that, you want to make sure you have everything. So,
Right.
Exactly.
and so something stupid like that, you know, you go, oh, damn.
Yeah.
We'll take a look for you.
Oh, thank you. If you see it,
Definitely.
yeah, I'd appreciate it.
You know, I'm sure they probably already have it on the black market. It's probably been gone for a while, but you never know.
Probably sold on
So.
eBay or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know how that stuff goes. The big seller. Anyway.
Well,
Well.
maybe, I don't know.
All right. Well, everybody who's here today, Mike and Kim, I can't believe you're here. I thought you'd be out of here by now.
No, I fly tomorrow, but you know, hey, let's keep it
She's
up.
still painting today. Good
We'll paint
girl.
today.
My good girl. You guys did really well in the koi last week, or a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we didn't have class last week because
Right.
I was out. I thought I was impressed. Very good ones. Kim, yours especially was really good. Yeah, I didn't really have any big things about yours, and I know Kathleen did a really great one too.
Thanks.
And even Mike. So even Mike. So thanks for doing that. This last one we're gonna do is just gonna do a nice little simple landscape. I sent you guys 2 pictures on it just to see, you know, because the last second I was going, wow, this would be great to do a long skinny one, and I always have varieties of sizes and canvases laying around. But I also said, you know, send a regular, like what a 12 by 16 would be in pro, except that it just crops off a little bit on the back end.
8
here,
by
which,
10.
You know, or 8 by 10 for these other people who can't get out of their way. Yeah. So that's what I decided. I said I was going to do a little 12 by 6, you know, 12 by 24 myself. So, you know, it shouldn't be too bad. It pretty much is about the same size as a 16 by 20 and stuff. So it takes about the same amount of different things. This one we're painting is, yeah, they're definitely, I think it's Arizona.
Mm.
And yeah, Arizona maybe. And sunset, very nice. I'm glad it's nice to see a sunset. I painted something just like this, almost seen in my Saturday morning class, couple back in the spring. But this is different. Just slightly different, I guess. So. But it'd be fun to paint because there's some different rocks in here and stuff. So let's pull it up and talk about it. Oops, come on.
I'm putting a huge wad of Terra Rossa. I feel it.
You feel the Terra Rossa.
I feel
go
the Terra.
with it.
Yeah.
There you go. Feel it. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Probably go with Terra Rossa or oxide red.
Yeah.
Transparent oxide red for some warmth would be good in this one too. But then we got some really nice, beautiful, cool rocks in here. You know, really flat edge. You can tell they've been baked for a long, long time. You know, but you can see the shadow color. What that is, a phthalo green, isn't it? You have mixes of phthalo green in here, and cools and then stuff. That sort of thing. I'm crazy about that color a little bit too much, probably, but it will make all these greens. That's the thing. The purples going back are pretty nice. You can see the cooler ones on this side. As farther away we are from the sun, and then you see that mountain just heat up and warm up with the reds.
Oh, that's
right. So look at that when we get there, and now that pretty much changes all these other colors around here too. So it's basically the same thing. You just be pushing some cad red or something into some of these other basic colors here. Nice warmth in the sky, oranges to purples, and then blues coming back in, and then on top. That's how I'd probably even paint it too. I'd probably paint the clouds on their own, and then just bring in the blue on top, and just let the blue, feed its way through there, and do all the design work and stuff at the end. That would be at the very end too, that blue. So that's not too much. But it doesn't really, it has a few spots down here. There's some cooler areas I saw that you could probably throw in some blue and stuff into it. But the rocks themselves, definitely, like Kim was calling out, is definitely some either terra rosa or oxide red light, or even transparent oxide. It's a warm red. It could be even burnt sienna you can mix with if you don't have it. You can burnt siennas, and then mix them with a little green, a little blue maybe, and we'll pretty much this guy will take care of itself pretty quickly.
No, you're not.
Design wise,
Like fish.
yeah, I really like the way this,
But
you got this slope here coming in. That's really neat. It just it just brings you up there. Not much up here to keep you up here, but except for some light and rock formations. But it's it's just really cool.
Yeah.
I like the way these lighter rocks kind of feed through here. Are interesting. And there's one down here.
Very nice. I like the colors, actually. I like the colors a lot.
And then you got
It's hard to blend them in the same color. That doesn't make any sense.
so we're gonna have some fun with the greens. I mean, the greens here,
I love
we
you.
got some.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, let's set a date. Let's set a.
Okay, we got a lot of people talking to us. Thank you.
But I have one of this, it's a peony. It's.
Sorry, I gotta mute them. All right. Back to here. I'm sorry, I was getting distracted there. These greens are gonna be really kind of interesting to do. Because of, we got some cooler greens, and then you got warmer ones with a lot of sun, and you got these brighter greens back in here. So different temperatures with yellow and things. And then of course the big trees. You definitely got this one down here. That's kind of a red tree. And then you got these back in here, which are just, they're dark, but they don't really have a whole lot of color kind of showing through them. So that's why this tree here comes forward a little bit more than these guys, is because it just has more color in it, where these guys are kind of flat back in here. I mean, yeah, you got a little bit of color on these guys, and those guys would pull forward on the darker ones back there. So always, think about chroma, the strength of color and things will help, layer your image out too a little bit.
Jim, I have a question. When I first saw this picture of Silly Me, I thought that was a lake.
Right here?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, right there. Yeah, like under the mountains. I thought, yes, this is some sort of a lake, but it's obviously not. It's a city.
It's probably near Tucson or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, how do I not?
You
paint
can
that
make it
blue?
whatever. If you detail it out as a city, good luck.
No, exactly. It's not going to happen on 8x10. That much is for sure. So,
It can be anything you want. You got full reign to turn it into a nice little water scene if you want. If you want to just
it's not going to make
blend
sense.
that out.
Okay.
I don't. It will be fine. It will be fine either way. Right now, this area down in the middle down there is pretty much nothing.
Right.
Right. And we just want to pass through it pretty quickly, get back. We got lots of stuff here to keep our attention. So we can zoom by this area pretty easily, and then we'll get up to the clouds, and they should bring us back around to this guy, and we'll just start it all again. That's what I'm looking at. Okay.
So in theory, if I wanted to, I could make more sky, push the mountains down.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, okay,
Easy to do. Easy to do.
Right. okay.
There's nothing there to say you can't. I think there's enough information there to you can easily do that. That's about it though. Let's go mix some colors. Anybody have any questions? Let me know. Okay. Let's mix colors. Let's see. Okay, here's my palette. All right, your picture. Colors are pretty much our standard colors we've been going with. Titanium white, cad yellow light, cad red light, cad orange, some yellow ochre. This is some red ochre, which is out from another painting. Ochre's, you know, I don't know. This is Terra Rosa. It could also be oxide red light, or even Venetian. This is alizarin crimson, or if you're a Rembrandt, it would be rose madder deep. Cobalt blue hue. This is a phthalo green on the blue shade. Transparent oxide red. This is some brown oxide back up here. I'm not sure I'll be using it. It was left over from another painting. This is
Would
not-
there be any call for raw umber or burnt umber?
Yeah, that's what this could be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it might be.
You know, if you want to burn umber with blues, make a beautiful gray, light gray,
Right.
and you can get a lot of stuff out of that. That would be fine too. Let me put a little bit more blue out. Hopefully I won't. I'm cleaning up my palette pretty soon here. I just don't want to put out a bunch of colors. Got some synthetics out. I got some bristles out, and knife, and a paint eraser just in case. All right, color wise, let me pull up my photo again. This isn't too bad, really. I've seen worse. Look at the darks and stuff. There are going to be some purple greens and warm greens. So that means phthalo. So we're going to do a couple of phthalo marks. One on the red side and one on the green side. That's down the red side. That's this definitely on the red side. Way too much. I'm going to switch, push these two back and forth a little bit, getting a little closer to each other. Need that much. Okay. So that'd be our cool greens and stuff. They'll make some nice greens when we add yellows to them too. You're gonna get the cooler greens out of that. This a couple other green things I want is Terra Rosa and phthalo green. This red, warm red, hopefully, yeah, we'll get some of these green reds up here in the top. make sure I have, this one is green, and greener than this red one. So do have two separate colors, that this color is not. Okay. All right. I'm going to get a few other greens going here too. But I'm going to start with blue. Get our blues out, get those guys going. I'm going to go with the alizarin in blue first. This one is supposed to be on the blue side. I'm going to try and, when I tone these, got this color down, I'm going to try and use it in some of these greens underneath, some of these greens in the back here to really keep them back farther and stuff. I also think these purples here could be in the mountains and clouds, so it's good to have. Also going to need some warmer purples. So basically, I'm going to use Terra Rosa here and blue, just like I did with almost the same thing I did with all the greens.
Jim, Terra Rosa, if I don't have that, what's the equivalent?
Oxide red light.
Perfect, thanks.
Yeah, Venetian too. Good to hear from you, Linda.
Good to be here.
Hi. There's a couple colors. Yeah, we're going to try a couple other ones too. If you do have burnt umber or burnt sienna in blue, be good to get. Keep one on the burnt sienna side and one on the blue side. I think that could be a good color. Also, I'm going to go, just head my bet. I'm going to go blue and we have burnt sienna and blue, or this is transparent oxide. This color coming down will be beautiful. All right, I'm going to split these piles and look for a mid-tone that's going to, carry the painting. If I was going to say anything, I would, I think it's right around here. So it's pretty much probably around an 8, 7.5, 8. Hopefully some of these reds that we made up here will, really do a number on these rocks and stuff. I'm hoping to not have to take too much of these piles here. These piles shouldn't go very far at all. Any of the red ones are a little bit higher key than any of the darker ones, so they won't need quite as much white. It's a nice purple. Probably get that in here a little bit. Let's see, value wise, it's more of a 9. Okay. There, it's a lot of alizarin in that one. Didn't get the green popping on it like I thought it would. This is going to be on the purple side. Okay, good. Leave that there. This is Terra Rosa and Phthalo Green. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful color. That's all over in here. And then the red side, probably all over there too. It's a more of a grayed out one. And this, yeah, if you don't have Terra Rosa, Oxide Red Light is the same thing, or Venetian's pretty close. We'll do the same, about the same color. Well, let's see what happens with the purples. Got a lot of alizarin in them. Kind of went heavy on alizarin. I don't know why. Yeah, that could be definitely end up being on the warmer side. Wow. Okay. Let's see what the blue side looks like. That's in there. Oh. Okay. Here, too light on these two. I was expecting to use these guys behind trees and stuff here. I thought they were pretty good there. These are the red parts, the oxide or Terra Rose and blues. You're gonna find it in the shadow areas. You can see it on the ground. Might be a little light. And just a touch too much white. Darken this one back down. Should be bluer too on the blue side. Go right in here and work back into that back land. We'll use the green colors for the foreground areas, coolness and areas. We'll use the warmth in the green and the coolness of the blue to give us some distance, create the distance. All right, these other ones here, these are blue and burnt sienna. I was looking at this for like rocks, some of these face rocks here and stuff, and some grays out, grayed out. It's just a nice normal kind of gray. And on the side, blue side, it's a little cool, but here on the warm side, the burnt sienna side, or burnt umber side, you can start to see how it goes. Yeah, it's in here. It just might need to be quite a little bit higher key yet. But let's leave it there for now. If we don't waste it. Let's see what this happens here. This is burnt sienna. Well, it's not burnt sienna. It's transparent oxide blue. You know, it's just slightly warmer than those two colors. There we go. That's a nice color right there. Burnt sienna or transparent oxide. That can get in here really nicely. They're going to find some spots for it. It might need to go on the red side a little bit more, or we might need to tint it up with maybe just a touch of cad red. But I think we're going to be able to get all these rich colors in here really nicely. Okay. All right. really need to take these colors up probably a couple more steps to get all the light versions. And we're also going to get some greens. I'm going to take these things I have alizarin in it, or phthalo green in them. Got a couple here, and I'm going to put some cad red or cad yellow into them. You make some greens, just a little bit of yellow. And I should get some interesting colors here. Yeah, because they're gonna see the red, that red's in there, gonna knock out the phthalo green a little bit. But we're gonna be able to get pretty much everything nicely in here. I might have to add some blue to one of these things, but we're gonna have some fun greens, earthy greens to play with. We do need a couple like more sagey colors.
That was
And-
cad yellow and green and what else, Jim?
Okay, cad yellow and the greens were all alizarin and phthalo greens,
Oh,
and
okay.
green and oxide red. I'm just looking at trying to make a few other grayed out greens here. And I'm gonna trying to use purples here with some greens here, just to see if I can get them to naturally be the great color, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna get the sage green I want, which is, it's right there in the foreground and it's a pretty strong color. So I'm going to start off because I just want that color. I'm going to work on it for a second here. I know it's white and phthalo green. And instead of cad yellow, I'm going to use ochre. So it's not too strong. Then I'll just have to come back and forth and play with it. Yeah, that's perfect. That's really close. That's on the group. That would be on the ochre side. Definitely one on the green side. Slightly greener. Oh, that's not bad too. I'm gonna leave that too. This is just without white. That's a nice rich green. I'll be able to use that in here. Definitely some spots. So we'll just save that. Always nice to see that come through without, usually I use cad orange to spike my green. So it's kind of nice to see something like an ochre come in here and do it. And I'm gonna add white to this. And hopefully I can get the sage color. Might be a little bit on the, yeah, it's not gonna, that's a lot closer. Gonna need some more warmth. Too much light. Too much. Needs to be grayed out. Yeah, put purple into a green, you gray it out. I just look for a purple up here. I just gone with the alizarin and phthalo green here anyway, because they already have phthalo green in this color, so basically it's just adding a little alizarin to it. I'm gonna just make a slight variation of this color too, just to more grayed out cover, so it's So I have some things to play with. So now I'll keep those. Great. So I got a bunch of greens now. You're going. I didn't expect. Plenty of greens to play with. I'm gonna put a little bit of cat orange in a piece of this. I saw a nice little spot here. Really kind of rich. Might even have to put cat yellow under it to get it right. Just yeah, that's really brighter in this. This is cat alizarin, cat orange, and then I'm adding cat yellow to it. Just to a lot of basically with pure cat yellow with just a little piece of that. Just for this little thing here, spot there. Put some cat orange into it because it's got too bright. Gotta get the sun back into it. There you go. All right. The last little thing I want to do is take these colors down one more time because of the rocks. You know, I like the darks, but the keyness of these burnt, you know, sun-dried rocks, I'd like to get those guys in there. And definitely, it's always great to have cools and warms. So we'll see what happens here. These keys colors, that way up there, that's probably around 3s today. Be nice to have some cool ones, some warm stuff. So lots of white into these colors should get some really interesting things out of here. That is, this is like a 5.
What is that one, Jim? I'm sorry.
This is alizarin and phthalo green. And it's on the green side. And yeah, you take it all the way up there. It's just not on the green side enough. So I'm going to add just a little bit of phthalo green here at the end. So it looks just a little bit different than what this one's going to turn out to be when it gets this color. Because this is going to be this green I see in the rocks. And these big rocks and stuff. That's going to be nice. And this will turn more cooler purple. In there. These should be really nice. These are nice warm grays. You can see, yeah, definitely this green, red, and then you see the red here. What we don't have is really that striking bright orange in high key, really saturated reds and stuff in here. So we're gonna have to make one more color. That, and we should be good. But these just being able to have these colors to judge when you start to work on rocks, it'll be nice to be able to go back and forth because you'll be able to judge warmth and coolness pretty quickly. Yeah, these colors are all over in that. Let's see these last two here. thought this was gonna be there. Okay, one last color I gotta mix up, at least start of one, are the oranges. And well, let's start off with some pure rosa or oxide red light and cat orange mix. Okay, do one on each side. This might get us through the whole thing. Well, maybe I'll just hit this one a little bit more orange, just because I made this one really red. I'm gonna take these guys down with some white. They should start to get me, you should start to see this foreground color start to pop out in here. This will be on the reddish side. It's cooler though. And you got the warmer one here, so. That's what we're going to battle with. I'm going to do any mixes and stuff. You know, if I need some more yellows, I might add some cad yellow to a piece of this down here or something. And see how that spikes it. You know, for sunny spots, you know, just for sunnier spots in here. Sometimes you just add just a touch of yellow to your color mix. Get a nice variety of colors in there. Nothing else you can find up there. All right, I'll go through these colors. Boy, a lot of colors for something I didn't think was going to be very. We didn't even make the sky. The sky was just going to be blue and lizard, or blue and white. A little touch of phthalo green, mostly blue white. It's pretty close. Don't worry too much about it. Oh, the yellow sky back there too. Dang it. Thought I had it. Go with yellow, cat, little orange here. Mix these guys all together. And I should be, you know, have a good yellow, green, here, white. That'll get me into that. Oop. That blue out of there, you're gonna gray it all out. Okay. So let's go through the colors. We start off with alizarin and phthalo green up here, where I'm down to about a 7.5 to 8. And then where I'm down to about a 4-ish. Probably I was trying to shoot for 3, but I think it's more about a 4. Then we went phthalo green and terra rosa or oxide red light or Venetian mix, bringing that down to about a 7.5, and then bringing it down to, again, probably 4. Here we started off with blue and alizarin, and on the alizarin side, blue side, and we did the same thing. This is blue and terra rosa, mixing up. Blue side, red side, blue side, red side. Here we did blue and burnt umber together, and come down here, and you can see on the blue side, the burn umber side, beautiful little warm grays, very classic colors. And then bringing them down here, we'll get some nice rocks out of these colors. Here we went burnt sienna-ish with blue. Pretty much don't have the dark anymore up here. And then brought them down with white. The same thing we did up below. Then I took all the green ones up here, anything that had phthalo green in it, brought it down here. Then I took this blue purple one here, brought it down, and just added cad yellow to it. What I was looking for, greens, just different greens built off each other that are subtly changed, and that's what I came up with. Then we came up with some sage colors here, some phthalo green and ochre mix with white, a lot of white. This is just ochre and phthalo green, which I thought was really great. This was phthalo green and ochre again on the green side. I thought it was going to be better, you know, more interesting, but didn't do it. So I had some cad orange to it and started mixing some yellows to try to get, there's a little spot of color. Here we went for the rocks. The rocks were again, started with just, were pretty simple. They were just oxide or Terra Rosa and cad orange mixed together. On the orange side, on the Terra Rosa side with white or with yellow. And here, this is the sky. I just took a little bit of yellow, phthalo green, this yellow green here, and add some white to it, and cad yellow to it. It might need a little bit more richness for that last piece of sky there. I just was trying not to get too bright. Might have to go for orange too. Oh, there we go. Just leave that. Okay. So those were colors. So we just used some, made some blue at the end, was just blue and a little bit phthalo green and white. A little bit of purple in here too. I'm going to tone my canvas with Terra Rosa or some warm. Oh heck, I got this. Burn umber. Burn umber. Just take it easy in this guy. Then I clean out some oil. Get my oil ready. Clean oil. Start a new painting. New oil. So, won't be taking my oil with me to France here. Pick up some oil while we're there. And I won't be taking my Gelcoid for drying medium if I want to do plein airs. Want to get them dry before we leave. We might take some drying medium like that for this. Buy some. We'll have to buy it there. All right. Put this up here, and we will get going. All right.
Jim, if you're bringing that, we don't have to bring it. Is that fair to say?
What, the safflower oil?
The Galkid light.
Yeah, you don't have to. I'll pick it up while we're there.
We'll get it. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it there. Yeah. Slide it back over to the middle so I can have some room. All right. Okay, so there we go. Big brush, big idea. So I'm gonna start off with, like I said, a little burnt umber here. Trying not to gray it down. Hopefully, I'm gonna put it in kind of light. I don't want to gray the whole thing out too much. But it'll be okay for in these lower areas. That's almost a perfect color right there for this area here already. So shh, don't tell anybody we did that. It worked out just right. Big shapes. This is drawing big shapes. Nice thing, I just, 2/3, 1/3 type thing, just at that horizon. Bring it up here. 2/3, 1/3. So I'm gonna have to take this rock up and go up higher. There we go. Okay, rub it in a little bit. This should be pretty nice. This is kind of a nice grayed out color for an umber. All right, good enough. Make sure I get. Draw it in now a little bit better. Keep that over here. Tree here. Big tree, little tree here. Rock. It's one little spot here. Right behind, this is supposed to be a tree shot right here. This is a tree right here. Right behind it is the beautiful warm reds right in here. So make sure be a nice little thing. Make sure I get that in there right. Interesting rock things. Group of trees here. 3 trees. Get the right width here, grasses here and there. Okay. That's here. It's greens. Okay, that's doesn't look right. I'm gonna race out a little bit of this stuff for you guys, so you guys can understand where things are. Bring out some highlights. This would be this rock right here. Like I said, this is gonna be very loose. All right. All right. Let me go back. Got this brown. I'm just gonna put it in. This guy right here. Work that brown into this tree here a little bit. Gonna have a lot of greens in there anyway, but oh, get that in. I was like these darker areas a little bit. It's the tree there. Just went too far there. I'll put it in the shadow here a little bit. This rock is not too high. Where to begin? Well, started putting in these greens. So I'm gonna go with my greens. This phthalo green and alizarin. A little dark. Let's work it out a little bit. Pick out a little bit of it. I'm going to put it in some of these other back in here too. Into the bottoms, these any of the green trees and stuff. I'm put it in the bottom sections of them. This will start to, figure things out. At least I can know where everything is a little bit more. Yeah, I don't have to do this, but yeah, some of the greens there. I might just run my brush out with some of this purple here that's left in my brush from the phthalo green and alizarin here. Just blend it out a little bit into this ground here. There's a lot of coolness in there, and so I want to get. I think this I see this purple in there. Helping. Definitely, I'm going to bring it in too. That. Bring it into these guys here. Be nice into some of that sage at the bottom. Okay. Help the outside edge here too. Give it some interest. Keep it a little dark on the edge here. That way the light will just jump out of that area above it. Not quite that dark, but let me see on the red side. It's the same thing. All right, next color, I'm going to switch over to phthalo green and ox and terra rosa mixes. Let's see what this is. The green one, green side. I'm going to put it in this tree here. I already have that brown in here. Just let that color shoot through a little bit. Let the green shoot through a little bit. Should be fine. Bring it down a little bit farther. And I can. There's just this little kind of yellow green bush here coming in here. We'll just get that color in there. Okay. Let's see where else. I'm sure some of these trees over here. We're gonna get some, just a little bit, not too much. Right here is this little sage thing, and little area here. Just want to get the darkness in here. Where it goes into the mound almost more than anything else. All right. Let's see, where else can we go? I think it's gonna start looking and we'll start looking at a couple of rock areas around here, going back. Just the edges of the rocks, sometimes just that's all you're gonna have to need. You're gonna have like two edges, you're gonna have a shadow edge and a highlight edge. You might not have to do too much after that. These back here, just some of the greens. I'm just starting to got the purple in there already. So I'm just trying to put some green on the light side. Some colors. Look for the crevices. I'm gonna go with the red side. Start getting into some of these crevices and stuff like that because a lot of them are just reflecting the dirt really heavily. So this is the phthalo green and the Terra Rosa on the Terra Rosa side. And I'm going to put that heavily in this bottom rock right here, going into the ground here. I'm also going to run it over into here. I'm going to have some orange shape colors going to be coming in here. I can start to use this to create another interesting red gray that's going to be in this ground here. The shadow areas, it's always nice to have a few little variations as you go. Okay, what color? Let me see. There's this rock curve right here. That's kind of a darker one. Right here, right by that tree. Without white, using the color of the canvas here, that's about right. That's almost right. So it's good to know. Probably gonna have to light it though. There's some more. I'm gonna use this up on the. Let me see. I'm thinking about using it right up here on this rock here, the big mountain. Putting it in underneath in these shadow areas. And then when I push, then I'll be able to push the red into it a little bit. And this should help create the shadows nicely. What's the shadow here? Might end up being, when I add some white to this color, I think we'll be right. So here's the rocks coming up here. This feels like it probably could go just a hair higher. gonna keep going with this color. Going on the red side. Because I'm thinking right in here. This is being green. This is kind of a this desert area right in here. Got a little bit of cool colors in it. So I'm gonna load this area up. And I might not do anything else here to it. I'm gonna put, since this is the phthalo green side right here with the oxide red, probably use the blue in the oxide red. You see that? Behind it. Here's the blue and oxide red. It's phthalo green and oxide red. So if I put the switch them out, the blue will take me back. There. And that's without white again, so. Let's see. Everything else in here. Well, this stuff will be toned back. Okay. Get back here. This is the alizarin in blue. I don't really see too many places. I just want to get rid of it. All right. Really was hoping I was going to put it back in here, but I put basically the equivalent with phthalo green in it back in these trees here already. So. Okay, well, before we get lost, let's start putting in some of this reds and stuff. We don't get too lost. Okay. We go down here. This is Terra Rosa and orange. This is on the Terra Rosa side. So let's work that in here lightly in the shadow side of this mountain right here. And over here, just a lot lighter color. Keep coming here a little bit on the shadow side. A lot of rocks up there, and you don't really have anything really big to pick out there that has to be in here. So I'm not picking out too many big ones, but this color here is going to go a long ways. It's going to get down here, comes down to here, and it's going to help me at least, keep things in a, where I can find things. I don't get lost every time I put a color down and go and walk, turn my head, you know, you lose where you are. So I'm just gonna work this color in a little bit. It'll be nice. It goes in here so many places, so. And this is one I was saying was gonna peek. I wanted to use to, you know, peek around here, these rocks right in here to get into this tree right in the corner here to be nice. I thought that would be good. That's what's there, so let's make sure you got it in there. Okay. Now my brush is kind of dirty. Picked up a lot of stuff, so it'll work in these cooler areas where it just needs to tint a little bit of the color here and doesn't have to be full blown brightness. So I'm going to start working to the light a little bit on this. Same color, and I have not gone to the orange side yet. This is still the Terra Rosa side, which really pretty cool, close to what we need for everything. And a lot of the stuff here is just going to be smudges. You know, there's really nothing you have to define. That's the thing about landscapes. You don't have to define too many things. You pick out the big things and you define those, and you'll find that everything else kind of takes care of itself pretty easily. Yeah, the hardest thing is just on this one, it's just getting through these rocks, and that's just what I'm doing here, is just finding edges, finding the edges, the dark sides, getting those guys in, and that'll help so far to make sense of everything. And another thing with landscapes, you know, we don't even have to be perfect. We're not going to be perfect. Gonna just bring some. Basically, just gotta identify this the lights, the shadow side, and on it, on all these little spots, and just be right for 3/4 of the time. You'd be fine. Okay, starting to fill in, which is good. I guess this color could go a lot farther yet. Now let's see, this is the orange side. We've not used anything with white in it yet. We're really just pushing this thing. You're gonna find the orange coming in here pretty strong. I'm gonna use the white side of this color to, you know, really kind of push this into place, but trying to start to get some of these little warm light spots, you know, that come through in the land grasses and stuff. It's the rock, right? And there's an orange spot here. That should help me a lot. And just go through the painting one time real quick to see where else I can find a nice spot of orange that needs to be bright. You know, like the facing rock face up here. You know, up there. There, right there. And then the face, front face of that. Look right around this tree here at the bottom. You know, see if you can get some. You're gonna get some of this orange at the tops of this tree too, because you're gonna have a lot of light, sunlight coming in from the side here. So you're gonna get some of these edges on this top tree. You're gonna catch some nice orange light. I'm gonna keep it simple, simple, simple. All right. Look for a couple spots here on this in this section here behind that tree. The rock face has a couple spots. All right, that's about it. All right, I pretty much have gone through everything except for the greens with and stuff. So we're gonna go through the greens now. The greens are gonna start to set this painting in place. I'm not gonna do the sage colors, but I'm gonna do the brighter greens in up here and stuff. I got the basic tones underneath. This one's pretty good already. This one I like a lot already with the orange and stuff, and it might not get much touching at all. So let's go over here and get these kind of the regular greens. This first one is probably phthalo green and alizarin with cad yellow in it. Let's see, I'm just gonna do a little test spot here. Yeah, it's a little dead for the front section. It would work better for farther back things because the green is kind of a dead. It's not doesn't have a lot of yellow in it and stuff. So farther back ones, anything back in here that it might have a little green in it. This could be a good, you know, we'll be fine for it back there. It won't jump forward. That's the thing is with greens, they can trying to get them to settle down in space. They are darker, so I'm not going to keep playing with that one too much. Might have to go back and darken up a few parts. All right. Here's a brighter green. Not more for the back side. So I'm gonna. This would be good on these big chunks here. This is probably a. Looks like ox. No, it's Terra Rosa and phthalo green mix. I'm gonna hit the greens, but I'm just gonna hit the one side of the tree, the light side. I'm not hit the back side. Just want to hit this one side and leave everything else. The sun's coming here. I don't want to do anything else. That's what I'm going to do on most of these guys. Just leave the right side of the bush or tree alone, and just get the front to right left side. Again, I have not. I've been just using this big brush again for pretty much everything. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm going to get to my little weirder greens, ones that have just a little more zap to them. That's where this one was supposed to get a little more yellow orange to it. There's this, like I said, I'm going to pull this color out a little bit. That's where this little green spot is. If I don't do that, I don't think it's going to go in. It should be on a little bit more on the orange side. It's a good start. Not gonna do too much there. I said that's kind of a blue gray, greener. And again, you're just going to get the sun side of the tree. Not going to be doing, everything on this side. Basically, anything on this right in here in this tree is just again on the sunny side, the left side, catching light. And just leave it. That's not bad. Okay. Go to my little bit lighter yellow greens. You can start to get these more offshoots here. Not using my brightest green yet, but I'm using it, getting close. This is where gonna be some sage coming in here. And sometimes, you go against the grain. I mean, I could do every stalk, but sometimes just a slight draw across the whole thing like that kind of gives you the idea of what's going on. Let me try it again up top. Here's this little one here, stuff. Hill of it. Yeah. Worked real well on that one. It's going to be a smoosh, like I said, smush, smush, smush. And I said, this is that kind of warm yellow green. I'm going to go back into this guy a little bit because I kind of put in some other greens in testing it out, and they just kind of grayed out where this color was going to end up being. Because this was just for really this little patch of green here. I was kind of thinking it was important. Knew it was going to work over here. Okay, so I started getting some of this foreground taken care of. A nice some nice knife work would be good to do in here too. Just saying. And then when you do mess up a spot like this, always pull out that rock a little bit better here. So when I put it again, it'll be fine. Let's see what color I was going with. I started working on some of these oranges and stuff. Now these are going to have just a little bit of white in them now. This is a it's Terra Rosa and orange on the orange side with just a little bit of white. I'm going to put it in here and then just work it in just a little bit till it settles a little bit. As the color just starts to mingle. I'm gonna just start to fill in this area for me nicely. Still not perfect yet, but getting there. Let's put in this rock a little bit too. This rock face right here has just got a little bit of color of that dust color in it. So I'm gonna put it in early and then work it out. Then over here, this is gonna, now I'm working in the red side of it, the Terra Rosa side. Coming back in here a little bit. I'll try to get back some heat back into that too. I lost a little bit of it. And just go back in here and nail it. A few little spots here around this tree. There we go. Just see this little patch of warmth right down in here between these two trees. And that I'm using, just going to be using, this is the Terra Rosa orange, and then just a little cad yellow with it. Might be too much, I might not even need that much cad yellow. Might be just a little strong, but we'll tone it back down in a second. We'll see. I just want to get it around the tree here a little bit, nibble at it, keep it soft. you know, because it's right now it's perfect for even sky holes to put in here. You know, if you gotta, you know, break this guy up with a couple little dashes of dots and dashes, be a tree, and it'll work fine for this guy too. And then we'll lighten the ground up just a hair. Take it back in space a little bit. Might have to bring some of that other colors back in. Need to brighten those colors. Probably gonna have to add white to them. Didn't really get too many of them. Few of those because I don't really have them yet. Okay. I'm going to be switching out to another synthetic and start to get these grays and stuff. Now I'm going to be going my whites and stuff. I'm going to go my mid tones. Kind of like this one rock right here. There's a big old one next to it. This one over here. So a little dark. Kind of just jumping ahead here, trying to get a few of these highlights in here too, because I'm kind of losing your spot, right? You're losing your place. So sometimes you just got to get these highlights in right early, a little earlier than I like. That's all. So I'm using these oxide red and transparent oxide blue here. Get this rock in right here. Probably should go a little more height, a little more angle than if I had it. It's just still. A little warm warmth on this front edge of this guy. This guy's catching a lot of yellow light. Using that too. I'm gonna try. Probably end up being a lot simpler than I, was gonna think it was gonna be. I'm not gonna be chasing a lot more colors. I think this blue is working really good. I think this oxide transparent oxide blue is working really nice too. Has a little more warmth. And maybe as I go back into space, I'll go with the burnt umber side for distance. Creates more distance. In this spot. Right. Let's see. This is the burnt sienna, burnt umber, and favorite burnt. That's just a little cool. It's a little cooler than the one. That's a lot darker than it. Neither of those colors are right. So. Oh. Value I have right there is closer to what I need. Take more of that. Closer. It's a hair dark. Put a little bit yellow green in it. I mean, yellow green from the trees into this color. It just feels way too cool right here. This little surface there could be a lot of things. That the reason we just shifted colors because of the red it's going up against. Just making everything feel a little cooler than it probably is. Keep it simple strokes. Break this section here down into like 3 strokes, 3 different strokes. And just leave it. See if I can use it up here. Yeah, just a little cool up there. Making sure that striation goes across here and they all line up. You know, it's like watching a shadow go across things. You know, you gotta Make sure that thing bends just right. You know, keeps here, goes down, bends, backs up. This color, I'm going back to the little added just a little bit of white to it. Basically, what I used down in here with the Terra Rosa orange and white, and take it easy up here. And you put a couple your strokes in. You know, it basically will be these, you know, weathered rocks field here too. It's going to get this one little patch of light here. Push it in and then hit it with some yellow or orange and yellow white here. Nice clean right in the middle. Just twist that brush in there. And that will be my highlight, like for this guy. Pretty much will tell me every set up all the light on everything else here. That's your brightest spot, so everything's gonna succumb to that and be secondary to that. Let's hit these highlights. Let everything else be. That should be it. Okay. Mostly anything out in here is all going to be glints of lights and cools, rocks, faces, and stuff. Yeah, it's starting to come pretty quickly now. Trying to get, gonna have to brighten up a few rocks type things here and there. Get those guys in here, but it's working. Like I said, this area here is one of the gray out a little bit. Go back to that purple grays and stuff back here. Recipe I was putting in here earlier. These guys to come and bring this stuff in and just to cut around these rocks a little bit here. Oh, picture. I'm going to go insert the mountains back there. Get these mountains in. Let's see how they go in. Let's put in purple here. So phthalo green and alizarin. I want to take that across here. Keep the weight of it back here and then just let it thin out here. And then over here, I'm going to come back with blue and oxide red. Oh, a little too strong, too dark. Okay, came back with alizarin and blue. Right there. Back there, I want to go a little bit darker in the middle of that rock of the mountains. Doesn't feel too had some things to it. On this line out just a hair more. Like I said, yeah, there are some definitely could be houses and stuff like that to put in there if you want, but I'm not gonna put them in. Some more serrated rock there I didn't put in. No, I did. Into it. Gonna put in the sky. and then I'll be able to get into a lot of other stuff, into the yellow skies here. I clean out my brush pretty good, so getting this yellow and stuff, I want to put it in pretty clean one. Yeah. Switch it to a little bit of orange into the color, yellow. So I get back into here. It switches to a little bit of orange here, farther away from the light. Bringing that back in, work back in here a little bit. Trying to stay away from touching the purple. This is that rock color. Just a little bit of yellow into it now. Lighten it up. Go. And it's going to start shifting as it goes up to purples. Probably have to lighten that up. Just going to work with what I have instead of always stopping and building a color. This color will work. I'm gonna look for some. Should definitely have enough purples up here. I think any of these phthalo greens and alizarin purples up here will work for this up here. We use it there. I'm just going to use the lighter versions of it. And I'm just going to work it into this orange just a little bit. If I keep going too much, I'll make mud. Right now, I got kind of a warm gray there going. And that's pretty much where you have to be. So I'm going to put the purple color towards the red. We'll put the phthalo green side of this towards the sky. Now, like I said, now I'm going towards the sky, and I can use this color, the phthalo green side of the alizarin, as the blue shadows up here. And that will do it. I'm going to use this to basically do all my final drawings off things on this thing, whatever's them off and stuff. Be able to draw it here, draw it out here. Nice, fix that up, and then I'll just come back in with some sky color into this. just a little dark. That was. Well, it could go probably just a little lighter yet. Just that's pretty close. Yeah, a little bit better. A lot higher key than I thought it was going to be, though. Okay. This is just adding white to that yellow I made left over here from this. Adding a little bit of white to it. Let me get this last section here. Can't do any more of that. Okay. Now I can start to really finish this thing off now. Let's finish off these mountains. I just added just a little bit of cad red to my alizarin and blue and white mix. Just a little bit of cad red. And that's just for this line on the mountains up here. Just that top line there. That's really about where it goes. Just get a little bit of warmth into that mountain. Probably should soften that line too. I soften with my finger. To that, and I'm just basically drawing my finger across it, the flat of my finger. Wiping it out after every time I get done with it. That's it. Oh, there's always a little bit of warmth and stuff like that you could put in here. You know, you said we could see about putting a house or two in if you want, but basically I just got to go back through my colors a little bit here now, like finish off the rock here. I think a lot of times now it's about knife time. When I bring up the knife, it's pretty much it. I'm gonna put in a few of these sage things a little bit more. Last little things. I'm gonna go back to this face one more time and pull out a few little doodads and stuff. Hmm. I have to gray out some things a little bit, but that's about it. You know. Last little thing, like I said, if I bring out my knife, which time we got? Should be getting done here pretty soon. I'm going to put in the sage. Just put enough paint on that tip to draw it in there. You know, make a mark and then pull it around a little bit. These guys up here, I did. I was working with the brush, trying to get those little scratches. It was working all right. I knew I'd go back in with a knife like this and finish off a few spots, bring in some oranges. Back in here, that kind of stuff. Everything's just a scratch now. Cool here. Anything back in there is just going to be little spots of dots and dashes. No, they don't have to be anything more than this. Tree never put any white on this tree here on the side. Okay. Need some oranges. Yeah, that'll be it. See what you guys got. Darkening this thing right here. right there needs to be darker. Last thing I do with this is put air in it. For some oranges. Get that thing right. All right. It still needs a ways to go, but we'll bring you in. You start to see some fun things going up there. You can start seeing the mountains a little bit. Yeah, it's a little more detail in them, but not much. Like the trees, though. I like the trees down, 2 trees down here, and the sky back there. I did pretty good. That was pretty good.
Gorgeous.
It's a fun little painting. Figured you guys would be nice one to end the session on like that. So, so we got time. You guys got another 10 minutes if you guys want. Yeah, like I was saying here, little things I do, little things like to put air in them, just little dots. Not too many, just move them around. If they get too big, just put your finger on it. Or it just moves the eye around a little bit. Sometimes you can put a dot in a little goofy area and that isn't doing anything. You put a little dot in there and all of a sudden there's interest. And sometimes just that little bit of interest is all you need. Okay, so let's see what Colleen has. We got Kim and Colleen and Mike. Everybody else? Oh, Linda already took off on us. Okay. There you are. Oh, there's Kathleen. Look at her. She's working so hard. Nice bib on.
All right.
Let's see.
I have to.
Love it.
Having some technical difficulties. Oh, here we go. Oh, it went back. There. I got a little bright again.
Ooh. Wow. Good job. Very good job. I really like the way you put that purple up in the clouds.
Oh,
and
do
stuff.
you?
In the cooler one version of it is even better. That looks good. It really makes the oranges pop. Makes the yellows and oranges even work stronger than the dead color I put up there. I think you're smart, much better. Good greens. Your greens are beautiful too.
Well, thank
And
you.
your rocks, really, you're right there. All you got to do is start hitting your highlights really, specific ones, your detailed highlights. Hit those
Yeah.
guys good amount of paint too when you put them in there. Good spot, good strong mark. Each one, each spot, and that's all you have to do is just hit those spots. Everything else you let be mushy gushy, and then you just define everything, just a bright highlight, and that's all you have to do.
Are you talking the
Otherwise-
rocks mainly and?
Yeah, the rocks, the big
grass?
the big rock on the thing,
Okay,
the mountain rock, and then just a few of the grass things, and little areas.
right.
You don't want to get bogged down in one spot. You want to make it move, make the eye move too.
okay, I'll try.
Really nice. Oh, you got it. You're right there. I'm just saying, yeah, when you hit the
Well-
detail lights on the mountain back there, that thing's gonna just jump.
Well, thank
It
you.
is jumping. It's really good right now. It's just gonna, when you hit the right, really finish it
I was
off.
afraid I got a little carried away with the color, but you think it's okay, so.
Oh, I love the colors. Oh, I think the colors are gorgeous in there so far. You can get away with anything you want. Now
Okay.
you just hit a few things, and
Don't get carried away.
and you're not carried away yet.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
Well,
I like how you put the greens in there, the blue greens and stuff into against that corally what colors and stuff. I think that works
Uh-huh.
great.
well, thanks, James. Well, I'll work on it and
Yeah.
post it.
You got a couple weeks.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
You guys have a wonderful time.
Oh man,
I'll be thinking of
we'll see. We will see. You never
Yeah.
know. There's Kim. Hey, Kim.
Let's turn it around.
Oh, shoot.
You better be done.
It's,
You're painting over an old one again, aren't you?
no, I didn't have the energy for that tonight.
There you go. That's fun.
It looks dark, but it's not. It's actually very bright.
Is it? Okay. Good. That's probably just a lot, just be
Great, Kim.
yeah, really nicely drawn out, Kim. I like the purples back there and the yellows are really working well. The mountains coming along real well. And then I'd say, just, when you dig into your trees just a little bit more and just soften the edges and make them not so too round, dig out the organicness out of them. I think you'd be fine. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It kind of almost reminds me of a Salvador Dali-ish almost painting, you know what I mean? The way everything's kind of moving together and turning and stuff. All you need is a clock or something, melted clock on that tree. And I think you got it.
Right down in the valley. We'll put the melted clock.
Yeah, there you go. No, it's pretty cool. I like the way you're moving things around. That's good. Congrats. All right, Mike. I don't know if Mike's not turning on his stuff. He might have went to bed already. He goes to bed early. Mike, you around? 3. No, he's not here. Mike's not here. So that's it. We are done for the some of this summer.
Hey Jim, I'm here.
You
I'm here.
are. Did you paint Mike?
I did.
Mike, we almost cut you out then. Boy,
No,
glad
I
we
know.
waited around and I stalled as long as I could, Mike.
No problem. That's as far as I got.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nicely drawn out. Really well done, Mike. I like the way your greens really have a depth to them already, from the front to the back to the way back. Good job on that. I think, and you got the yellow in, that's good. I think you're probably going to have to darken in the mountains back there couple more steps.
Yeah.
And then, work on the big mountain here, really push those oranges and reds into it. But and then, figure out a little more on the rocks in between things. But you got it blocked in, Mike. Congrats.
Yeah. Thanks. It's fun. Thanks for doing it.
Oh yeah, man. I think I think you definitely should finish this one off.
Oh, I
Even
will.
pull out that palette knife if you want, dig in there, because sometimes those rocks can be so beautiful with just a the right amount of paint with a palette knife on them. It's like buttered on there, the top of them. Just that light can be just beautiful on them. So that's probably what I'll do. And then also probably steal a few sticks and stuff in there. You need a couple branches or, just little goofy things scratched in there. That's all you need. Maybe even put a cactus in there. Who knows?
Yeah,
if you have time, put a cactus in there.
I think this is one, the messier it gets, the better it gets.
I think you can get away with murder on this one. You can just moosh it around there and just have a lot of fun with it, and then just make sure you got a couple little areas that read well, and you're done.
Yeah. Have a good
Yeah,
trip,
just-
Jim.
Oh,
Thank you.
well, thanks, Mike. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Okay, guys. Yeah, this is the last one, and we will see you guys probably mid-August. We're gonna start up again. I'll have to start up fall, summer type one because I'm supposed to be gone in October. So we got to start up a little bit, probably a week or so after I get back. So we'll talk. I'll let you guys know. So
Get some good sunflowers.
maybe we'll paint some sunflowers when we get back. Maybe not. Who knows? I might be
They
tired of
should
it.
bloom right now, or
They're supposed to be, yeah.
cool. That'll
It's
be
supposed to be pretty. We'll see. Anyway, you guys take her easy. Have a good few weeks here, and we'll see you when we get back.
Sounds good. Take
All
care.
right. All
Good
right,
night,
guys.
Good night.